All right, guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about why I think video ads are complete bullshit and talk about the reasons why I don't run any video ads and why, if you're someone who's currently struggling to see consistency with sales or get a branded dropshipping store up to $1,000 a day, maybe you're $500 one day, $0 the next day, or maybe you launch video ads and as soon as you put them into your account, you get $100 CPMs. In this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why I have completely moved on from video ads, why I think they're complete bullshit, and exactly what I do instead and how I'm able to generate results like these on screen right now using only image ads. So without wasting time, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Now, really quick, a lot of you guys have been wondering like, hey, what happened to the store? Why aren't you making content on the store? A couple things. Number one, on this particular store, I have a lot of copycats, guys. I have literally like over 10 copycats. And so it just makes it really difficult to scale when literally every day, there's a new copycat taking my exact ads, taking my exact funnels, taking my offers, taking everything, putting me as a reviewer of their brand. I've literally reviewed a dozen copycats in like Germany and Chile and like all these other countries that I am apparently buying the products. People are just putting my name on it. And so that has made it difficult to scale. And number two, when you go public with a store, look at this guy. Look at what he's doing. Make sure to like and subscribe. And he comments this alien dude. Like this, like people are literally like harassing my store. And so to all you guys that are like, oh, why aren't you showing the store anymore? Why aren't you showing the store anymore? Like, I wish I could, but the sad reality is I had this vision to do this awesome series and build everything in public and make it all cool. But some of you guys are fucking assholes. You guys are fucking leeches. I've done 250 fucking videos and I went public with the store in good faith. And this is how, unfortunately, a select few assholes decide to pay me back. So I'm going private with the store. Anyways, let's get into today's video. Now, when it comes to video ads, okay, when you first start out dropshipping, the first thing, your first kind of foray into dropshipping is always going to include video ads. But let's start with number one, first reason why I do not like video ads, okay? First reason is high CPM, okay? Whenever you launch a video ad, and anybody who has launched video ads in the past, you know that anytime you launch a piece of ripped content, you launch a UGC Kalo rip, you put it into CapCut and you splice it together 10 different ways. It doesn't matter what you do with it. You're going to get penalized with $100, $200, sometimes even $3,000 CPMs. I'm not even joking. We have literally seen some crazy high CPMs, like $1,000 CPMs. So when it comes to video ads, you're generally going to get a higher CPM than an image. The reason for that is because CPM stands for cost per milli. Cost per milli. And that tells you how much it costs you to reach 1,000 impressions. And so the higher your CPM, the more that Facebook is charging you to reach 1,000 people. That's all CPM is. And when you have a higher CPM, it's more expensive to put your ads in front of your target audience. And when it's more expensive to do that, generally all of your costs are also going to increase. So when you have a really high CPM, because you have fewer impressions, generally that means you are putting out bad content, right? Content that your audience doesn't resonate with, because let's face it, who wants to see fucking ripped, spliced together, lazily fucking edited UGC videos? Like, you don't even watch that content, so why should you expect people who are browsing, minding their own business, having a really good fucking day without your shitty dropshipping ads, and you expect to put some spliced together, ripped up Calo data UGC content just because you chop it up a bunch of different times doesn't make anyone want to watch it. And so when you produce content that the users on Facebook don't want to watch, Facebook recognizes that. It sees that you're putting out bad content and it penalizes you. It says, hey, if you're going to try and put this shitty content in front of our audience, in front of our users, we're going to charge you more. And we're going to reward advertisers who are putting out good content with lower CPMs. Okay. So that is why one of the first reasons why whenever I'm starting a dropshipping business, I do not run video ads, because the CPMs are going to be high, generally because the content is not yours. And that leads into reason number two, which is content. Okay. So when it comes to video ads, generally speaking, there's not I would say 99% of people who get into dropshipping for the first time and create video ads, they're not going to get their own content, right? So they're not going to get their own content, right? They're not going to pay creators. They're not going to buy the product themselves and film content. No, what are they going to do? They're going to go to Calo data, download all of the organic TikToks they can find. They're going to either launch those TikToks straight into the ad account, just download and throw it in, or they're going to watch some shitty tutorial on YouTube. They're going to copy the tutorial. They're going to take the first 3 seconds and put a text overlay, put a hook like, are you tired of neck pain? Are you tired of back pain? Whatever. And then they're going to export that and they're going to run like 3 variations of that. And the problem with that is ultimately you're dealing with content that's not yours. So not only does that open you up to a liability of a creator reaching out, which back in 2021, I actually had this happen to me where I took a creator's content on TikTok. They reached out and they were like, hey, take this down, or you either need to start paying me for usage rights or you got to take it down entirely. And you run the risk, number one, when you're using content that's not yours, of creators getting really pissed off and asking you to take it down and potentially taking legal action against you. And then number two is because the content quality is so dog shit, when the content quality is dog shit, guess what goes up? Okay, CPM. Your CPM goes up. Facebook starts charging you more to put that content in front of your audience or in front of your potential buyers. And then you're just left in this cycle where you're putting in all of these video ads. They're all shitty quality. And because they're shitty quality, you're getting really high CPMs. And you think by just downloading more videos and throwing them up into the ad account, you're going to get better performance. But that's not the case. Your CPMs are just going to be sky high because, again, the content is not yours, which is the second reason why I completely hate video ads. Lastly, number 3, the final reason why I strongly dislike video ads and why I don't use them currently is variables. Okay. So whenever you're testing something and you're trying to get a branded dropshipping business up and running and up to $1,000 a day and beyond, the easiest, or I should say one of the most effective ways to go about that is to eliminate the total number of variables that could be responsible for your performance. So what do I mean by that? That is why in product selection, we go after products that are already proven to sell. That is why when we are building a store and coming up with an offer, we want to use our competitor's offer and we just make it 10% better. They're doing buy one, get one free. We do buy one, get one free with a free book, or maybe we do buy 2, get 2 free, buy 3, get 3 free, whatever. And when you're trying to create a video ad, you have to realize that with a video, it's a dynamic piece of content, right? There's audio, there's visuals, there's a script. Something as little as the type of creator, the demographic of the creator that you feature in the content can have a massive impact on your performance. You have the first 3 seconds of the hook. You have whether or not you introduce the problem. You have the benefits that you list out. You've got like AI UGC. Like there's all these different variables and components that you have to worry about when creating a video. And let's be honest, guys, when you're just starting out, like it's hard enough. You've got to find the right product. Then you've got to build a store. Then you've got to create the offer. Then you got to get into the ad account. And before you get into the ad account, you got to create ads. And when you want to create video ads, you got to worry about a script, right? You got to worry about content. Just ignore this shitty quality. I genuinely can't draw. You got to worry about a script. You got to worry about content. You got to worry about like hooks, right? And this is all on top of the actual things that you need to worry about, which is your desire, your angles, right? So with a static, it becomes really easy, like static and long form copy, which is kind of alluding to the strategy that I employ. Static and long form copy, it is much easier to isolate things like desire, things like angles when it comes to messaging, because the actual creative element itself is static. It's not moving. Especially if you just choose, like for example, a photo of your avatar, right? We know that it is just a photo of our avatar. There's not really much of a conversion mechanism behind the actual creative itself. The conversion mechanism is going to come from the copy. And that makes it easy to understand whether or not it's the angle, right? Or the messaging or the desire that's actually driving performance, when we know the actual creative element that we're pairing it with is static. It's fixed. It doesn't move. There's no audio. There's no visuals. There's no like hooks and attention grabbing things. It's just a photo. Now, it becomes increasingly difficult to do that, next to impossible to do that, when you have to worry about script, content, hooks, the types of creators that you use. And if you couple that with the fact that you're using content that's not yours, right? So not only do you have to put together a really good script with multiple variables that can impact your performance that you now have to account for when you're testing these things, but you're also using content that's not yours. And because you're using content that's not yours, combined with a potentially ineffective script, you're putting bad content onto the platform, and that's what gives you that really high CPM, and that's what causes you to test these products, get really high CPMs, high CPCs, and then ultimately you move on from the product and you move on to the next one, and you just keep going on, and you're stuck in this hamster wheel, and eventually you just run out of money, you run out of budget, and then you go build some AI automations, or you go start an SMMA, which, by the way, are really good business models. But realize that you're moving on primarily not because the product itself is bad. It's usually because the content that you're giving the platform in order to sell the product is bad. And those are the 3 reasons why I strongly dislike video. And when I say video ads are bullshit, I just mean for most beginners, right? I want to clarify. Video ads are bullshit for beginners. If you are a beginner, what you need to focus on is eliminating in your testing as many, we'll say UV, okay, unproven variables in testing as possible. And you want to eliminate as many moving parts as possible as well. So when you're creating your ads, you don't want to have to worry about a script or content or hooks, right? All you want to focus on is the conversion mechanisms that actually drive results and performance, which is your messaging, your desire, your angles, your awareness levels. And the easiest way to isolate these things so that way you can actually intentionally test them is to run static ads plus long form copy, okay? Static plus long copy. And that kind of transitions into, okay, Anthony's telling me ads are bullshit, and he's probably saying they're bullshit because, sounds a little bit clickbaity, it's a little bit controversial, it's going to get more views. But ultimately what he's saying is that video ads are ineffective for beginners. You've probably tried, I can't tell you how many people have joined the community, and they all have the same story. I tried video ads, I tried ripping TikToks, ripping calo data, and none of it worked. And so what do I do instead? Okay, here's what you're going to do. Stupidly simple game plan. Number 1 is you're going to take your product and you're going to list out all of the benefits that your product, everything that your product can give to somebody. And then from those benefits, you're going to identify, Jesus Christ, you're going to identify 5 potential desires that your product solves or that your product can fulfill. So let's look at a pillow, for example. Or let's just look at the example of a pillow, okay? A pillow can help with neck pain. It can help with snoring. It can help with, let's say, energy, okay? So these are 3 of the benefits that my product can perform or give to somebody. It can give somebody, or it can alleviate neck pain. It can alleviate snoring, or it could give them more energy, right? Maybe they're groggy because their pillow sucks, okay? Now, once I list out all of the things that my product can do, all of the benefits, you want to then choose the top 3 to 5 of those benefits that are the highest in urgency, intensity, and market size. So what are the problems that people actually desperately want to solve? Because I could have a pillow that I buy, and maybe I just want a pillow for more comfort, right? Because that is technically a benefit of buying a pillow, right? Let's just say I want to buy a pillow for comfort. But is the market for people who are buying pillows for purely just for comfort, is that an urgent problem that people need to solve? Not really. It's more of a preference. Is there enough intensity behind that problem to make people want to take action? Comfort is more of a subjective thing. It's more of a preference. What about market size? Well, obviously there's a huge market size for people that are buying pillows for comfort, but ultimately of these 4 benefits that we have on screen, it's very clear to me that 3 of them definitely have exceedingly more urgency and intensity to be solved. And these are the things that you want to then prioritize. So you have snoring, energy, and neck pain, right? And then from there, you transform these into desires. So these become the actual desires that you're going to target. So I want to get rid of neck pain. I want to get rid of snoring, or I want to stop snoring. I want to have more energy when I wake up in the morning. Then from there, you're going to take these 3 desires and you're going to then create a CBO campaign. So we could even do this like this. CBO, okay? And you're going to create 3 ad sets. Ad sets Okay. And each ad set is going to go after one particular desire. Okay. I want to get rid of neck pain. I want to stop snoring. I want more energy. Okay. Those are the 3 desires that you're going to go after. Then you're going to come up with, or you're going to find, okay. This is so hard to fucking draw. I have no idea how people do this. You're going to find a native image. Okay. And a native image is one that looks like something someone would post to the platform literally on the Facebook app. If I just open up Facebook and I was going to post a photo, those are the kinds of photos that you want to use, because the whole point of this strategy is people are tired of being marketed to. People know that UGC is a fucking ad. Okay. You're not even the term UGC. It's dead. Okay. UGC, everyone knows that UGC is an ad, but maybe back in 2017, 2018, when it was first becoming a thing, you could get away with it, but everybody knows UGC is an ad. So we want to create something where when someone sees it on their feed, they don't immediately and instantly feel like they're being marketed to, because the second somebody feels that, they scroll. Nobody likes being marketed to, unless your hook is insanely good or the actual image itself is really, really good. But generally, we want to look for native images. And then we're going to pair that with long form copy. Typically, it's going to be 1,000 to 2,000, okay? 1,000 to 2,000 word copy, okay? You're going to create anywhere from 3 to 5. Let's just say 5 of these for each desire, just to keep it super simple, okay? 5 of these for neck pain, for snoring, for energy, okay? You create 5 native images, and then you create 1 version of your long form copy, and you're going to do 5 ads, 5 different images, all using the same copy for each desire, and then you're going to run that as your testing campaign. And I promise you, if you run this, firstly, to a PDP, like this, okay? Okay, as long as the image is native and the copy is written well enough. Now, I'm not saying that, okay, you just do this and you magically just become a millionaire and you can buy a Lambo. Okay, what I'm saying is, because people who use this strategy, they often, or not often, they will sometimes see higher CPMs. That is still a reflection of Facebook telling you, hey, this content is not good quality. So that means you either need to rework the desire, you need to rework the copy. Maybe the image that you chose looks a little bit too much like ChatGPT, like it's a dead giveaway when it's ChatGPT. So you need to test more images. Typically, though, it's going to be because the actual desire that you're targeting is off, or the way in which you're communicating it to your audience is off, and you need to rework the copy and rework the images, okay? The good news, though, is that when you run this strategy, you are in complete control of the desire and the angle, okay? Because, again, we're running statics, so the actual creative element itself is fixed, okay? So all we need to worry about, okay, especially if you're a beginner, you just need focus. So you can rule out everything else. All you need to worry about is your copy and maybe your native image, maybe swapping it out for a different image. But you don't have to put together scripts. You don't have to find content. You don't have to go into CapCut and spend hours in there. It's all about just finding images, pairing them with a really strong copy, and you keep testing this until you find a winning desire and a winning angle, which you can then build into an advertorial instead of your PDP. Okay? And that is what you do instead of running video ads. A much better way than running video ads, in my opinion. And one of the main reasons why I decided to make this video specifically is because of how many times people like Sean, and huge shout out to him, by the way, he just crossed his first $1,000 day. In fact, he almost crossed $2,000 in a single day, is that so many people, they come into the group having gone through the exact same process that, you know, many of other people like him have gone through. That didn't even make sense. That many others like himself have gone through, where they're creating video ads, they're ripping content. And guys, you don't need to rip content. You don't need to rip content. Trust me. Ripping content is the best way if you want to get lucky. But if you actually want to have a way to systematically get to your first $1,000 a day and keep it there and then scale further, you need to have a strategy and a system where it's not dependent on you grabbing content that's not yours, putting it into an editor, and just uploading these shitty rips, right? You need a strategy that will allow you to focus on what actually drives conversions, which is the messaging, and a strategy where you can create all of the content yourself and own it 100%, so you don't have to worry about creators coming after you or getting in trouble for using content that's not yours, because AI has completely leveled the playing field, and you can create whatever image you want, whether you want it to be native, whether you want it to be branded, whether you want it to be like an ad. You can create any image you want, and it's 100% yours. So guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content as always. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what videos you want to see next. I saw a couple comments on ads and like testing campaigns and setups. And I do have some updates on that just because of what Andromeda has most recently done and some changes and updates they're making to the algorithm. So that video is on the way. Let me know in the comments what other content you want to see next, because again, I'm trying to upload once every 24 hours. So I need content ideas. And there's a really high probability if you leave me a comment, I will make a video on that topic just for you. So drop a comment. Hope you guys enjoy the content as always, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Oh, by the way, all the prompts for all the copy, like creating that stuff, creating the images, creating the copy, that is all linked in the description for completely free. And no, there's no email opt-in. There's no like link to the community, nothing, none of that. You can literally just click there, grab it for free. So that is it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.